Tonight, Iranian-backed Houthi militias showing no sign of backing down, attacking 2 more ships in the Red Sea with 6 missiles causing minor damage, according to U.S. officials. After the U.S. and British military struck 3 dozen Houthi sites in Yemen in an effort to deter Houthi attacks on ships. The U.S. Navy tasked with defending against them.
The weapon we're most concerned with is ballistic missiles.
Like the one that hit this ship, the Marlin Luanda, in January.
How would you describe the environment out here right now?
I'd say it's a pretty intense environment out here.
As captain of the USS Mason, Commander Justin Smith has to make a split-second decision to shoot down an incoming missile.
We're talking a matter of seconds here, but my decision space as commander's decision space on whether I'm going to engage that inbound threat, I have about 10 to 15 seconds of decision time.
The ship's spy radar first detects the missile launch hundreds of miles away. Sailors quickly put on their fire-resistant gear as they assess what was launched.
ISS anti-ship ballistic missile based off speed, altitude, and maneuvering. Inbound Mason.
And the U.S. fires its own missile to hit the incoming Houthi missile. Here in the ship's control room, they practice shooting down missiles over and over. In a rare interview, we spoke with the captain who runs Operation Prosperity Guardian, which defends against Houthi attacks.
I won't beat around the bush. This is a kinetic environment. The Houthis have caused a lot of mayhem out here.
There have now been more than 40 attacks by the Houthi militia since November, and the group is vowing not to back down. Lester.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.